Hello everybody, this is me Quad. Today I'll be reviewing the Newage Toxictron figure. Now I don't know the exact name of the figure. I know the Optimus is called David. Um, so I'll figure that out and then put it in the title and all that good stuff. But in the description of course, and also a link to buy it on BBTS as well, if it's still in stock, because I can't remember if he was or not. He was one of two figures that I bought to test the waters for legend scale figures, because at the time, I occasionally bought the occasional third-party figure, and yeah. And I haven't even dipped my toes in the third-party legend scale. And I was watching some videos from other fellow Transformer YouTuber, and it kind of got me interested in, like, maybe I'll do it. And then I just had some extra cash lying around, so I was like, fuck it. And yeah, no, I got this to experience the Prime mold without getting an Optimus. The only thing I have to complain is, there is paint chippage. And this is simply just transforming this thing, because this transformation is fucking fun, but dear lord, is the paint chipping bad. I was expecting the smoke taps to actually chip off first, because I forget, what's his name? Toy guy. His Ultra Magnus, the smoke stacks chipped like a motherfucker. For me, it is actually just this whole upper torso area that likes to chip like a son of a bitch. There's some slight chippage at the leg areas, but they're not as close as bad as here. I don't know. You might be able to. There's like a chip there, very small chip. Yeah, you can see some of the green spilling in there. It's not horrible, but yeah. I think there's more chippage when it's in robot mode. But yeah, we'll get into that. Oh yeah, and then I'll show you that, but it's kind of chipped there. But yeah, we'll kind of put Optimus to the side. He does roll good. Trailer does roll as well. And a neat little gimmick. If you got Roller. Or Roller comes in this set, I mean. So yeah, of course you would have Roller. You can pull the trailer. Cool. Trailer also got legs here, so you could do that. There's also these legs as well to help, so pretty neat, pretty neat. You can open that up. You got the little repair drone. Now I actually had to do some fixing of my own on this, because when I would lift this up, there's it's two separate pieces here, so the whole cockpit piece would keep popping off. I just had to put some super glue there, then let it sit, and now it works. It's fine. It's perfect. I have no problems now. But that was kind of annoying. One neat thing you could do, though, is, hold on, you could take this off, and then take the back section here off. There's a hole there, two holes there. Just line them up. And there you go. You got a little robot of doom. But yeah, it's pretty neat. But I'm gonna apply this back, but taking it apart is kind of a pain, and I feel like I'm gonna break something. So yeah, but the plastic on here is pretty tough, so I'm not concerned about it by any means. But it's to be noted. And yeah, Roller can sit in here, no problem. Oh yeah, and then forgot to mention, this comes down. So little Roller can go down. Oh, and also another thing, if you fold it like this, the handle of the gun could fit in that hole. So yeah, so you could go pew pew action. Whoo! That's about it for what Roller in this trailer really does. Basic Prime trailer, not much else. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that there is a hinge joint right there. This does open and close. And these are on ball joints. That's right there. And then one right there. And yeah. That's about it though. And of course, like I was showing earlier, this opens and closes. So yeah. So now we're done with the trailer. Pretty much close it. And we'll just forget this thing exists. We'll get into Optimus. Or Toxictron. It's based off a canceled Universe toy that never came out, and then was turned into a BotCon toy through, I think it was the Transformers animated box set year, because I think he was the souvenir toy that you could buy like separately or whatever. if I'm remembering correctly. And then after that, for one of the box sets, they did Toxictron as a combiner or something. But again, I think he was a souvenir one, because I think the main box set had a bludgeon one that turned into Thunderwing for whatever weird reason. That last couple years of BotCon were odd to say the least. But yeah. Oh yeah, so to transform this, I'm just going to have this leg transformed, and then I'll show you how to do it with the other side. But yeah, this whole third-party Legends scene was something I thought was just, I don't know. I just was like, I don't know. Because, like, I don't really care for Masterpiece stuff too much, modern Masterpiece, because I feel like it got away from what I thought made Masterpiece really great. And the prices were just getting fucking ridiculous, so there's that. And it's just, I don't know, wasn't a good time. But due to a couple other YouTubers, such as it was mainly Dr. Lockdown. I was watching some of his videos about some of the Iron Factory stuff, Newage, and then the Make Toys Minotaur, I think it was. That got me to be, not Make Toys, Magic Square. There we go. I do have Magic Square's Optimus. Not the Legends class one, but the Masterpiece scaled one, which is pretty freaking good. But yeah. Yeah, so I'll show you how to do it. So first, you want to kind of detach this off of here. Do that like so. Unfold the leg, turn the foot around, and then fold this back down. And that, keep this open, because I think sometimes this is like default, it's like this. So the back of the foot should look something like that. So when you do take this off and then move this, what you want to do is fold that toe down and then unfold the heel spur. Then let's just turn this around so we don't have to do much later. Now you want to turn this around, and then you want to fold that piece up. You want to turn that around like so. So what we got to do now is push this up, but then rotate this like so, because moving this allows you to rotate the calf around. Okay, so now then we want to okay, so if you got it stuck like how I have it here, you just simply move that like that. Boom, boom, there you go. Oh yeah, and then there's this hole right here, this peg. You just fit it in that hole right there. Tab it in like so. There you go. Perfect. Now, this is important. Make sure the part that hooks for the trailer, this part right here, you'll fold that in. Like so. So it's on the inside. You move that. That goes into that tab. And boom, there we go. Now you got two solid legs. Now we're moving on to the torso. With the torso area, you want to open the doors first, which I wish there was an easier way. Open it without chipping the paint, but it is what it is. Okay, so you want to take out the arms. Don't do any unfolding yet. Whoa. Okay, that, I do not know how that fell over. Okay. I think a figure fell on the floor. But yeah, no worries. Okay, so yeah, do the other side like that. Get those arms back. Then what you want to do is, hold on, let me fold the windows like so. Rotate that like so. Okay, what I did may have actually just caused some paint chippage. So what you want to do, there's this piece right here. You want to rotate it so then you get that. So that way you get this piece out, because this rotates, because this is the bottom part of the grill, and right here. So you just rotate that like so. Boom, there you go. And then what you want to do, hold on, let me see if getting this out helps. You can pull out the head if you want. You know what, yeah, that actually does help, because that gives you, so you want to pull out the head, and then that gives you enough clearance to do like this 360 rotation of the arms. which you want to make sure that does not get caught up anywhere. I don't know why that's not wanting to go on that side. Okay, cool. So now what you want to do is make sure those window pieces go kind of underneath. Because what you next want to do is make sure these get flush under here, like so. That is very important. And you want to rotate this chest piece up like that. And then now rotate these pieces, which are the wheels for the truck mode. And okay, I forgot. I just retightened the screws for these, so they're like really tight on mine, but on yours they should feel just fine. And then after you put those in, then all you really have to do is just fold the butt skirt down. It's like it'll be hinged like that. You just hinge it down. Simple. Then you fold this down. You want to unfold that, so it looks like that. Pull those like so. That down. Fold that kind of like that. Get your... Oh yeah, I kind of did a step without telling you. With the arms, when you get them out initially, they'll kind of be panelly like that. You just fold it like that, and... Or hold on, let me show you how the arms would be like. Because there's a weird double hinging thing this thing does. So it would be hinged like that when you first like start to take it apart. So you just there's a hinge. You just want to unhinge it from that. Boop. Do a rotate. Boop. There you go. Hello everybody, this is me Qua, and we are back. Now this is the Newage Toxictron in robot mode. Let's get into articulation first before I start talking about other stuff and get sidetracked. So arms, of course, can do a 360. They can go out about that far. If you just have them straight, the smokestacks will hit the head. So if you move it back just a little, then you can get it fully up. You got a greater than 90 degree elbow bend, just ever so slightly. The knees are double jointed. The first knee gets you 90, and then using the second knee joint gets you over. The hip skirts can move out of the way, so you could both go that far. And then with moving how the hip moves, you could technically cheat the back. Yeah, you got ankle tilts, wrist articulation, and oh yeah, and there is a matrix chamber in there, and yes, the matrix does come out, but it's a pain in the ass to take out, and I'm not really going to do that, so yeah. Oh yeah, and then you get an ab crunch. Very nice ab crunch. Oh and yeah, the legs do go out all the way, so you could do the full splits. Pretty nice. And then head articulation. Get a little bit of tilt. You could turn it 360. You could look up that far. You could look down that far. So you get some pretty good movement out of the head. You do have an arm joint, but like that weird joint, but technically that's more for transformation than anything. But yeah. That's his articulation's really good. It's actually better than even the Earthrise Optimus Prime figure. But yeah. Okay, we'll go over our accessories here. So, we'll first go over the accessories he can hold in his hand, which is only one. And that being his ion blaster. So you just peg it in. Or just put it in that port. Boom. There you go. He has his classic ion blaster. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, that sticker right there is a repo label. In addition, he also has 4 sets of hands for each side. So you got like an open hand. What's nice about the open hand, it does hinge. So you can get some pretty unique poses out of it, which is pretty cool. And then you got a little Optimus pointing finger hand, which is also pretty good to have for an Optimus figure. And then you got this accessory, which looks like kind of the hook that you had in the Michael Bay movies. Pretty interesting. Of course, you got his classic Energon axe. Who can forget that great weapon? And then, last but not least, you have this gun. I don't know what it's from. I don't even know what it's a reference to, so yeah, that one has escaped me. But yeah. Other than some of the paint issues I've had with this figure, I really do highly recommend it. It's probably some of the most fun I've had with a Transformer in quite a long time, if I'm being honest. And this and a couple of other legend scaled figures I've gotten has really put into perspective, mainly with like just Hasbro and what they do, but what's also a lot of these companies doing this kind of style and scale or can achieve. And here's a close look at the noggin. Pretty nicely sculpted. But yeah, it just puts into perspective really what they can achieve. Like, here's for size scaling. Right. I don't know if Newage has done a side swipe yet, but I know it'd probably be much better than what Hasbro done here. You can make the whole argument about because third party that the different things and all that stuff about Hasbro been a public company and all that, but just the level of engineering on these things, like the Seeker's not that overly complicated. Like it's I could see why they wouldn't engineer a Prime like this, because the engineering is more complicated than what you would see on a typical thing. But when we get into the Seeker, there is really no excuse. But yeah, this is just a fantastic figure. I can't recommend it enough. I recommend picking whichever color scheme works the best for you with this, because they do have a Nemesis, a Shattered Glass. They have a metallic version of Optimus. They have like a clear one. They have a gold one for the Golden Lagoon episode. They don't have a silver one, which that's a missed opportunity. Hate Plague. When Optimus had that stuff to prevent the heat plague from infecting him or whatever. And then what else? And then the regular Optimus, and they have like a comics version as well. So there's a lot of options for you. And then the toy version too, yeah. Which I do want to pick up that once that ever comes back in stock. That's the only thing that sucks about these. Once they're out of stock, it's kind of up to Newage if they're going to do a reissue or not. But yeah, I really highly recommend him. He's like one of the highlights of my collection. And I feel like he was only recently surpassed by another figure, which we'll talk about in detail, but we'll talk about in a multi-part thing. So yeah, anyways, this has been me, Qua. I'm out. Peace.